In today's episode of the vlog, I'm talking about the loutish Outlander fans that are destroying Scotland. Jamie Fraser. Hello folks and welcome to the vlog. My name is Shaun, a YouTuber from Edinburgh in Scotland. I talk right here on my channel about Scottish culture, Scottish places, travel, adventure and of course Outlander. And in today's episode I'm talking all about loutish Outlander fans and the damage they're doing to Scotland. I say that with lots of irony. Okay, so if you're new here, I'd very much appreciate if you would hit that big red subscribe button down below. Thank you very much for joining. And I think this is an important topic because I have discussed several times on this channel before about how Scottish tourism, the people who are in charge of Scottish tourism, the bosses of Scottish tourism, the people behind Scottish tourism are dinosaurs and are not doing the right things to promote Scotland and to make the travel experience for people who are new to the country, who are just coming in, to make it better. And I think what I have seen with Outlander is a perfect example of that. I have had numerous people write to me from all over the world on this vlog, on Facebook, on Instagram, etc. saying they came to Scotland, they loved it, they absolutely loved Scotland, it was beautiful, they loved the landscape, they loved the people were so friendly, but they were let down because of facilities, because of lack of information sometimes, and various other problems. And I totally respect and I understand it and I see it and I know that there's a problem here. But I think there needs to be an attitude shift among Scotland's people as well. I don't think we've been very welcoming as we could be. Outlander fans coming to Scotland, lots of you guys from around the world are coming in. I think it's amazing. I welcome you with open arms, with a hug, with whatever you need to have a good time here. But unfortunately, not everybody in Scotland sees it that way. And even more unfortunately, I've written about this on the Outlander forum, facebook.com/groups/Outlander the forum. I've written about how certain places, certain venues are actually actively hostile to Outlander fans. And it is unfortunate that one of Outlander's main venues, the home of Outlander in Scotland, you could even say, Lallybroch, sits and belongs to a place that is very hostile to Outlander fans. I think they have been engaging in a campaign, a PR campaign over the last 6 months to discourage people from coming to Lallybroch and even giving people, Outlander fans, trying to give them a bad name. Like, I just think it's absolutely shocking. I've been there several times now, maybe even close to the dozen. I've met so many Outlander fans from around the world in Scotland at various Outlander filming locations. And not once have I seen bad behaviour from any Outlander fans while in Scotland. They've all been so respectful of the land. They all are totally aware of the fragilities of the landscape. Unfortunately, they don't always have facilities at the places they want to go and see. They don't have toilets and stuff like that. And yet I still don't see anybody messing up any grounds. Yes, there have been one or two problems at places like Culloden Battlefield, but we're talking about hundreds of thousands of people and you will always, no matter where you go in the world, always have a tiny percentage of people who do bad things. But the vast majority, and every Outlander fan I have met in Edinburgh, in Scotland, around the places have been brilliant and are great guests here and are very welcome. Not all see it that way. Like I said, the owners of Lallybroch certainly don't and have been engaged in this PR campaign against Outlander fans. And I think it's shocking, I think it's disgusting, and I think it is damaging Scotland's economy. So something that the estate who owns Lallybroch recently did is they engaged in this wide media campaign of trying to disparage Outlander fans and make them look bad across the media, and it worked. Basically every platform, every news platform in the UK essentially picked this story up. And the words were really strong and harsh and unfair in my opinion about the bad things that Outlander fans have done to Lallybroch, and I just think it's totally wrong, unjust, unproven, and potentially even just straight lies. I have a hunch as to why this has been going on. I think because of the type of place that Lallybroch is situated in. They don't want too much attention in that particular area. They don't want too many eyeballs there, and they're doing whatever they can to discourage it. That's going to be difficult because Lallybroch is such a prominent feature in Outlander. I don't know where this is going to end up. I fear something grave. But luckily in Scotland, we have roaming rights. So if you are in this country and you want to access a historically important location, nobody can stop you from entering land to go there. They can stop your vehicle, but no matter where you are in Scotland, if you want to get somewhere that is of importance, of interest, whether it is on a coast, whether it is in the middle of a huge estate or farmland, nobody can stop you from going there. So just always remember that, right? Okay, I want to read you on one of the articles that was placed in one of the outlets, the news outlets. Most of the news outlets that actually published the story were a little bit more fair on this. They did, of course, buy the line about Outlander fans being louts, but in large, they weren't as bad. But one newspaper, I feel, not only bought the line of the estate when talking about Lallybroch, but actually made it so much worse. And I feel that this newspaper, the Falkirk Herald, and I actually feel what the Falkirk Herald wrote means that they are actually complicit in trying to destroy Scottish tourism. And I genuinely hope nobody outside of Scotland pays any attention to what people like the Falkirk Herald, insignificant, irrelevant newspapers like the Falkirk Herald, have to say. And it's so ridiculous. I want to talk about it. I want to share exactly the words they said because it's so absurd and we just need to laugh at it. Listen to this. In the headline, Outlander Lout's threat to our historic sites. This is just right away an attack on Outlander fans, threatening Scotland's sites. Like, this is like saying Outlander fans do not come to Scotland. It said the whole story in a headline, basically attacking all Outlander fans. Like, I'm just so angry with this article and shocked. And this was published, by the way, on Sunday the 18th of February 2018. Right? I'm going to read it to you. Roving packs of loutish Outlander fans have forced Hopetoun House to levy a charge for security staff around derelict Midhope Castle. Midhope is, of course, Lallybroch, by the way. Meanwhile, Diana Gabaldon, author of the book behind the hugely successful fantasy history series, has urged fans to show consideration when visiting locations linked to her work. Of course Diana's going to say that, you absolute ballbags. Diana is a great lady who is obviously very acutely sensitive to the effects her writings have had on Scotland. All those effects have been positive. I'm so grateful for Diana. What she's done for this country, for everybody involved in Outlander, for anybody who's ever watched it, is just like, it's just been transformative for Scotland's economy, and I don't say that lightly. But like, I really don't think that Diana knows actually that this is propaganda. What has happened here is propaganda by certain actors, certain dinosaurs who own large tracts of land in Scotland, and it's been a combined effort, and now including the Falkirk Herald, right? Diana, do not worry. This is not on you. These people are dinosaurs. This article is just trying to frame Outlander fans as bad people, and I don't get it. But there is evidence further down in the article as to why they might be so bitter. Aha! The growing concerns, particularly at Midhope, a short drive from Falkirk, come as Falkirk councillors prepare to find new ways of making the most of the town's pivotal but under-publicised role in the Jacobite Rising of 1745. Callendar House and Muiravonside Country Park have both featured in the series, although ironically, the 1746 Battle of Falkirk Muir, the largest battle of the entire Jacobite Wars, doesn't get a mention in Outlander. That is what this boils down to, guys. They are bitter. They are bitter. They are furious that Outlander fans are not going to Falkirk. The Battle of Falkirk was not part of the Outlander series, and they are angry about this because Falkirk has been left off the tourist trail. The Falkirk Herald are furious about this, and I totally believe that this is why they wrote this article. They're angry that Outlander left out Falkirk, and they wanted to buy the Midhope Castle line that Outlander fans are all bad people. Come on, people. This is just an absolute joke. How can people be so small-minded that because their little town isn't getting attention, that this isn't a benefit to everybody in Scotland? It doesn't matter where you live in Scotland. If you live anywhere in Scotland, we should have pride in our whole country, not just our little tiny little patch of land. I feel really dismayed by this, and I think it's really unsettling, to be honest. Scotland needs tourists. We need tourism to thrive in our country throughout Scotland. And I don't care whether those people come to Edinburgh or whether they go up to the Highlands in a place far away from where I live. We need tourists in Scotland. We need to support them. We need to make them feel comfortable and happy in our country. But I feel there are some forces at work trying to make that not happen. It is unfortunate. It's a shame there are dinosaurs involved here. And I think it is time for those dinosaurs to go back into extinction. That is my opinion. It is really annoying and it's upsetting me. It's been something on my mind for the last while. And I just think it's really unfair to Outlander fans and people who come to this country who have got nothing but good intentions, which is the vast majority. 99.999% of Outlander fans are good people who are very interested in my country, and I feel very proud and honoured by that. And I want to make sure I do everything in my power to make sure those people have a great time while here. That is my duty as a Scotsman, and I think it should be the duty of everybody in Scotland, and certainly the powers that be. Now, let me calm down, let me just breathe. I'm not angry anymore. Okay, anyway guys, I would love to know your thoughts on all of this. Down below in the comments, please. We are also on our Facebook group, Outlander the Forum. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you will share it with your friends and family. Give me a thumbs up. Thanks so much for watching. I really, really appreciate you guys, as always. Let's get the conversation going. What do you think about this? I hope you have an amazing morning, evening, afternoon, night, or whatever time of day it is, wherever you are in the world. Take care.